Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh. Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh. Not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahia, not Allah, not Abba, not Yahuwah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua, not Yahusha. It's Yahweh Shah. So we got to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rekak, Warash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all the Israel, whether accepted or not. And the sincere salutation to all the occupant pushing this truth and believing this truth with full hands of earth, the entire world shall light and hopeful elect. Shalom to the Aqua who are listening learning. Ye few sisters who are listening learning. Coming next to another lesson. I'm Isaiah, you coming next to another lesson, true faith, faith, and edification. And the data edification, Lord will be edifying. So I titled this lesson, I Yahweh, I the Lord thy God, will put all these curses on all your enemies. And I was just thinking about this at the plantation, as these people going back and forth, all about the Gentiles, the Israelite, the foreigners, the strangers, uh, the soldiers that strange. What is it? The soldiers, the strangers, Salakia, the strangers that sojourn in your land, right? So you got the stranger that sojourn in your land, like in Leviticus. You got the strangers in the New Testament. There's one guy want to use the word the strangers in what was that? Was it Isaiah 45, Isaiah 65, one of the two? The Sheba Jota slow belly old Benjamite that came to the camp about a month or so ago now. But the whole conversation about vocab when he was dealing with was Cesariac, yeah, about in Leviticus, was it Leviticus 19? Let me go to it real quick. But you got this one, which the apostles went into the two definitions for the stranger that sold in your land, which was Israelite foreigners. Then it was the ones in the New Testament, right? The Gentiles. So, and as the apostles brought, even Cesariac, when he was dealing with, brought out the Isaiah, right? It's one in 60 and 61, which I'm going to read, Lord willing, dealing with these strangers, right? Let me see, I think it was Leviticus, was it 19? Let's see. But so I want to make some points, right? Because the Lord said, when you read in was it 19? Where is that? Yeah, yes it is. Leviticus 19 and 33, right? So they was making points about this vocab, because Tazariak mentioned this. So let's say Leviticus 19 and 33, and if a stranger soldier with thee in your land, ye shall not vex him. But the stranger that dwell with you shall be unto you as one born among you. And that's plain. So it's talking about an Israelite that wasn't born in the land of Israel, right? So the whole deal is with this. See the word stranger, strangers, right? So I just want to make the point on that. So dealing with this whole thing, some of the plantation like thinking, right? Let's go to this first. Because this is a big deal, man. But to the hopeful leg, it's not a big deal because we understand it's talking about Israelites. And everybody else know that too. They are paid to make the scriptures say something different. Everybody know this, man. And see, this is the game that Yahweh Shema Shah is playing with the world. Because it tell you in 1 Corinthians 11:19 that the Lord going to stir up jealousy. Salakia, that the Lord said in 1 Corinthians 11:19 that it must be heresies among us, that they which are approved may be made manifest, right? So this is Yahweh Shema Shai playing chess with the world, with 2/3 and heathens, not with the whole elect, because the whole elect had a complete understanding. That's what 2 John, 1 John 2:20 said. You have an unction from the Holy One, and you know all things, right? Proverbs 28. It said what did it say? Proverbs 20. Let me get it from the phone. Just a couple of these precepts, right? Yahweh Shai said he gonna send us the comforter, and the comforter will teach us all things, right? So you got, let's get this one here, and let me get a couple of these. So this first is Proverbs 28:5. It reads, evil men understand not judgment, but they that seek Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh shall understand all things. The world want to make it seem like the apostles, elder bishops, elders, younger brothers don't know what I'm talking about. The Lord have given an unction to these men. 1 John 2:20 reads, but ye have an unction from the Holy One, and ye know all things. This ain't talking about heathens, it's talking about Israelites. The Lord said in Luke 21:15 that he will give us a mouth and wisdom, which none of our adversaries can gainsay nor resist, right? And then it says Isaiah 54:17 that this is the heritage of servants. Now, the only ones can be the servants of the Heavenly Father Yahweh through his only begotten Son Yahweh Shai is the Israelites. That's Leviticus 25:55. It say, Israel is my servants, whom I brought forth out of the land of Egypt. It say, Israel is my servants. Oh, in Amos 2:11. Amos 2:10-11, the Lord say he raised prophets from Israel. He ain't raised no prophets out of Edom or Elam or Ishmael or Ham or Moab and Ammon. And how do you explain Moab and Ammon in Deuteronomy 23? It said that the Moabites nor the Ammonite can't enter to the congregation of the Lord. So what do everybody say about them? Because they Gentiles, they heathens. Well, the Lord said, let me read it from the phone. See, everybody pointing their finger, they're trying to say the so-called white man. Because here, and we know he can't get salvation, but yet they just brush right over this. This is Deuteronomy 23:2. A bastard shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord. Even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of Yahweh. If you know what a bastard is, that's every nation outside of so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Because a bastard is a non-Israelite. That means your father is a heathen. Because we are what our father is. That's in the book of Numbers 1:18. So the definition for bastard is you a non-Israelite. So who is the Lord talking to right here when he say a bastard should not enter to the congregation of the Lord? Even to his 10th generation shall he not enter into the congregation of Yahweh. Verse 3, an Ammonite or Moabite shall not enter into the congregation of the Lord, even to their 10th generation shall they not enter into the congregation of Yahweh forever. So you got people pointing fingers. So if the Chinese and Japanese can't get saved, so according to vocab, that ain't the Moabites and the Ammonites, the Chinese, Japanese. So let's say, according to this, if the Ammonite or the Moabite can't get salvation, or the bastard can't come into the congregation, who can be saved then? Because a bastard is a non-Israelite. That means your father's a heathen. That's what bastard means. But they brush right over these to say, see, Gentiles in the New Testament. Okay, well, this is the point I'm going to make in this lesson. Let's read Deuteronomy 30. Because the long old bottle Shiva Jata Benjamin that came to camp about a month ago, he want to go to I forget, I don't know if it's Isaiah 65. Let me see. Let me find this real quick. He said, see, it talk about Gentile. It said the son of strangers. Let me pull this up. I forget what chapter. I know it was in Isaiah. So immediately I said, let's go to Acts 2. Let me see. I know it was Isaiah 56. That was it. So let's go to this real quick. Let me put it on the screen. I don't know why I'm going to that. I don't want to lose. Matter of fact, let me read from the phone. I don't want to lose. I gotta start with the drum. I want to lose my point in this because my mind be going. So this is Isaiah 56:3. This is what this slow belly Benjamite Shiva Jatawan nigga, old bottom nigga, he mentioned this. Isaiah 56:3. Neither let the son of strangers that have joined himself to the Lord speak, saying, the Lord have utterly separated me from his people. Neither let the eunuch say, behold, I am a dry tree. So he tried to say, oh, right, verse 6 is the one. Also, this is what he read. Also, the son of strangers that join themselves to the Lord to serve him and to love the name of Yahweh, to be his servant, everyone that keepeth the Sabbath from polluting it. Heathens can't keep the Sabbath and taketh hold of my covenant. Heathens can't take hold of the covenant. In Hebrews 8, it said the Lord gonna make a new covenant with the house of Israel. It start off and say he's gonna make a covenant with the house of Judah and Israel. Then it say with Israel, because they're gonna be back together as one. Ain't gonna be no separate nations. Ain't gonna be no separate the southern and northern kingdom. So I said, bro, let's talk about Israelites. You in the book of Isaiah, you slow belly nigga. You think they're talking about heathens? So I said, so how can you go from Isaiah 56, but it's saying in Isaiah 60 and Isaiah 61 that strangers are gonna stand and feed our flocks? How do you explain that? That sounds like that's confusion. So let's deal with this. Deuteronomy 30. Because you can go back and forth all day long. You can do all the madness. You can come up with this and that. But at the end, this is what the Lord said. But they jump right over this. And nobody answering if a bastard can't get salvation. Right? If a bastard can't come into the congregation. If a Moabite or Ammonite can't come into the congregation, then what Gentiles can get salvation? Because Moab and Ammon are Lot two sons. They got melanin. They can't even come in. Okay, we talking about Hebrew Moabites and Hebrew Ammonites. They can't get salvation. So what Gentile can be saved in? Because they're talking about she's neither Jew nor Greek. Okay, so you saying Greek so that means the so-called white man can get salvation then. So this is why everybody fighting tooth and nail. So let's deal. Deuteronomy 30:1. And the title of this reads, Restoration Promised. So this is way in the beginning. And it shall come to pass, Deuteronomy 30:1. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whither Yahweh thy God have driven thee, and shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thy heart and with all thy soul. Now, Lord say the blessing and the curse, right? We was blessed, and then we fell on the curses. But the Lord say all is going to come to pass, right? It reads, verse 3, that then the Lord will turn thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations, whether the Lord thy God have scattered thee. And it reads, if any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, the earth, South Central North America, Canada, From thence will the Lord thy God gather thee. In Jeremiah 31, the Lord said, with his loving kindness have he drawn us. Jeremiah 31, verse 3 or 4. The Lord said, with his loving kindness, he have drawn us. So he's drawing us. That's what the sift is talking about in Amos 9. He's going to sift Israel from among all nations. So it say, if any of thine be driven out, who is this? Israelite foreigners, those that wasn't born in the land which we were scattered. If any of thine be driven out unto the outmost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy God gather thee. Now I say heaven. Ain't talking about the spiritual realm. It's talking about earth, because earth is a heaven. This so-called white man's heaven. It said the same thing in Matthew 24. The Lord gonna send his angels, and they shall gather thee, right? From thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. Verse 5. And Yahweh thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good and multiply thee above thy fathers. That's what I talk about in Ezekiel 36. The Lord gonna do better unto us as at our beginnings, as at the first. He gonna do better unto us as before Adam, or as the time of Adam, at the time of King David and Solomon. He gonna do better unto us as our fathers. Verse 6. And Yahweh thy power will circumcise thy heart and the heart of thy seed to love Yahweh thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. So 1 through 6 in Deuteronomy, the Lord telling us right here, before we even get to, for we talking about, we still in the Tanakh now. We in the we're in the Torah right now. Before we get to the Tanakh in the New Testament, the Lord told us right here, the end of the movie, right here in Deuteronomy 30, 1 through 6. This is the beginning and the end of the movie right here. We don't got to read nothing else. Verse 6 again. And the Lord thy God will circumcise thy heart and the heart of thy seed to love the Lord thy God with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that thou mayest live. Right? So the Lord said in the beginning of this, let's go back to verse 1. And it shall come to pass when all these things are come upon thee. What, Lord? The blessing and the curse, which I have set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all nations, being called spicks, spooks, porch monkeys, wetbacks, and savages. That's all the name for the 12 tribes, right? Being scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, living in the ghettos, the barrios, the favelas, right? And thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether the Lord thy God have driven thee, right? The blessing and the curse. So he say in verse 7, and when he take us home, when he take the Israelites home, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses. What's the curses? This is what I'm finna deal with. Some of them, the most important ones. And the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Now, let's go to 28, right? I was thinking about certain curses that the so-called white man controls. We can't get around it, right? Who control all the resources? Now in Deuteronomy 28, I want to go here. It say here in Deuteronomy 28 in verse 47, it reads, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger, food, and in thirst, water, and in nakedness, clothes, and in a want of all things, transportation, housing, work, schooling. Food, water, clothes, transportation, housing, work, schooling. That's 7 things. That's completion. We got to go to the so-called white man for everything. And that ain't it. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he had destroyed thee. Now, the point I want to make is the Lord said, verse 27, Deuteronomy 28 and 47, because thy service not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. The Lord gave us everything. When you go read Ezekiel 16, the Lord say he decked us with gold. He said he found us in our blood. He decked us with gold. He cleaned us up, decked us with gold, gave us the best land. He gave us the best of everything. And then just one way we wax fat and kick. That's Deuteronomy 32. So here, the Lord said, because you ain't want to serve me with joyfulness and gladness of heart for the abundance of all things. You got to serve your enemies, right? Here in verse 43, this is what it reads. Deuteronomy 20:43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. This ain't talking about an Israelite foreigner right here, man. It's talking about heathens, right? He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. This is the point that just hit me today at the plantation. I thought about this. Who controls the money system? Gold, silver. If you want to go get you some Bitcoin, some bullion, where you got to go get it at? Do Africans control gold? Where you got to get your gold from? If you want to buy you if you want to get you some gold just in case, whatever, Pastor mentioned, he mentioned that, you want to get you some gold, ain't nothing wrong with it, because, use it. Where you got to go get gold from? If you want to buy you some silver, where you got to get it from? The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and right? We're dealing with lending. Go back to the land of Israel in Deuteronomy 31-6. When we go back home, he said he was going to give us the blessings and the curses. We control all the resources for a time, and then the Lord took it from us. Now the heathen, all our enemies control the resources. So now he said, verse 45, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed. This is going to happen to our enemy when we go home, man. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee. Now it say, the stranger shall lend to us, we should not lend to him, right? Right? Check this blessing out. Deuteronomy. This is Deuteronomy 15:6. This is going to be the blessings for the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indians, and Haitians, the 12 tribes of Israel, and it's going to be the curses for all the heathens. Look at this. Deuteronomy 15:6. For the Lord thy God blesseth thee, as he promised thee, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, but thou shalt not borrow. And thou shalt reign over many nations, but they shall not reign over thee. Hold on. What? What? Who control the resources? Hold on. Guess what's going on right now? Isaiah 24:1. Because we sin against Yahweh, this is what he did to us. Isaiah 24:1. Look, it's a judgment on the earth. Why? Because those that us, the Israelites, that's supposed to control the earth, the Lord made the earth sync with us. Because we are not in rulership of the earth. The life of the earth is it's in need of the righteous rulers. The earth is out of course because we're just saying that the whole foundation of the earth is out of course because the wrong people is in authority. So the Lord said, behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty. Why? Because the Israelites is on the bottom. And heathens ruling the earth. So it's empty. And maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. Those that's supposed to control the earth has been scattered and put on the bottom. This is verse 2. Listen, because we control the resources. But because we sin against the Lord, he put us on the bottom. Now the heathens controlling. This is Isaiah 24:2. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priests. This is what the Lord talking about in Deuteronomy 4, when he gave us the law, statutes, and commandments, that the nation said, man, that's the wise and understanding people. I want to be like Israelites. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priests. Who control religion now? Roman Catholic Church, the so-called white man. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master. Right? Jake cleaving to the so-called white man. The Lord said we had to go to them for the one of all things, right? Food, clothes, water, transportation, housing, work, schooling. So what? It say, as with the servant, so with his master, right? As with the maid, so with her mistress. You got Negro women want to wear blonde hair like the so-called white woman. As with the buyer, right? So with the seller. As with the lender, so with the borrower. As with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The Lord did it. He turned it upside down, put the Israelites on the bottom, everybody else on the top. Let's get this. Proverbs. So soon, these curses is going to fall upon the heathens. Proverbs 22:7. The rich ruleth over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. See? Who is the lender? Who is the borrower? Well, the Lord said, let's go back to this. When Israel go home, Deuteronomy 15:6. For Yahweh thy God blessed thee, as he promised thee, and thou shalt lend unto many nations, but thou shalt not borrow. And thou shalt reign over many nations, but they shall not reign over thee. This is what we're going back to, man. So that means the curses got to land somewhere. The curses got to go somewhere. They ain't going to be done away with. So what happens? Well, this is Isaiah. They talking about Gentiles and the heathens and the sons of strangers. Okay, well, answer these. This is Isaiah 45:14. Salakia, must have spelled it wrong. Let's go back. Yeah, I'm moving too fast. This is Isaiah 45:14. It reads, thus saith Yahweh, the labor of Egypt and the merchandise of Ethiopia and of the Sabians, or the Sabines, right? This is mentioned in Joel 3, which I'm going to read. It reads, men of stature, right, shall come over unto thee, and they shall be thine. They shall come after thee. How, Lord? In chains. They shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee. They shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely God is in thee, and there is none else. There is no God. Our God is fake. The Hamites going to say, Elon going to say, Ishmael, Moab, and Ammon. There ain't no other God but y'all power. It said they shall come over unto thee in chains. Hold on. What Psalm 149 say? You can add to the Bible and you can take away from the Bible, but you can't change what was already written, vocab. You can't change what was already written. James White, the Edomite, EJ Love, what's his other guy names that look like Quaz? Michael Brown. You can't change what was already written, man. So it said the Ethiopians, the Sabians, and Egyptians gonna come over unto us. Ben, it say men of stature, man. And what did Jake say when you read in Numbers 13? The 12 witnesses, the Lord told Moses to take a ruler of every man from his tribe and send them out to spy the land. Well, 10 came back terrified and said, we look like grasshoppers compared to them. Men of stature, right? Them Hamites. Where Joshua and Caleb came back like, man, we got you. How about Shema Rashad? We finna take everything they got, man. So right here, it said they don't come over us into chains, right? In Isaiah 45:14. This is Psalm 149. Verse 4, for Yahweh will take pleasure in his people. He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their beds. Let the high praises of power be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand. What you gonna do with the two-edged sword? To execute vengeance upon who? Upon the heathen, and punishment upon the people. To bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron. What? To execute upon them the judgment written. What the judgment written? The Lord gonna put the curses on all our enemies. The judgment written. Well, in the law, Deuteronomy 30 and 7. To execute upon them the judgment written. And it's all over the scriptures. When you read in Revelations 2, it said that Yahushua said that he gonna beat them over the head. He said, anybody that's, man, let me get this, man. Hold on. What's the judgment written, man? It's everywhere. Revelations 2 and 26. While you people out here talking about Gentiles and the strangers, the foreigners that sold in your land, man, you people finna work, man. You finna rebuild the kingdom, man. That's what you finna do. You might well get your chain right now and put brother's name on it. Go to a GMS brother channel and they'll teach the same sound doctrine and be like, man, I want to be his servant. Go to Lowe's or Home Depot, get you some chains, get you a lock, and put Isaiah on it. That's the best thing you can do right now. Revelation 2 and 26. And he that overcometh Jacob's trouble, your trial and tribulations, your adversities and afflictions, you're standing in great boldness for you. How about Shema Shai? Through it all. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works. This in the red. This Yahushua speaking. Or who you want to call Jesus. And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations. We just read that in Deuteronomy 15 and 6. The Lord said, we're going to lend to the nations. Yeah. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron. As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers. Who? Nations with an S. Even as I received of my Father. What are we talking about? The judgment written for you heathens, man. While you want about Gentiles in the New Testament, they're talking about who? It ain't talking about Ammon and Moab. It ain't talking about a bastard. So who's the Gentiles in the New Testament that can get salvation? If Moab and Ammon can't get salvation, if a bastard can't enter to the congregation, then who could be saved outside of the Israelites? Don't worry, we'll wait. Who? Who? Let's go back. So the chain's coming, boy. You might well get ready. Isaiah 49 and 22. All they want to do is try to say the so-called white man, because Moab and Ammon can't get saved. A bastard can't get saved. It tell you in Hebrews 12 that the so-called white man, he can't repent. He was rejected. So who are y'all trying to save? Isaiah 49 and 22. Thus saith Yahweh power. Behold, I will lift up my hand to the Gentiles and set up my standard to the people. And they shall bring thy sons in their arms. Y'all gonna bring our sons. Y'all gonna bring our sons in your arms. And thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulder. Have anybody ever saw the commercial, the Amazon commercial, when they was allegedly taking Cleopatra across the desert, and she grabbed her phone and hit Amazon and got all her servants four-wheelers? What they was toting her in? You gonna tote our women. You gonna tote our daughters. It ain't gonna be Israelites toting them. It's gonna be heathens, man. You know the custom. You know the ancient customs, toting our women around. Because in the law, it said, in Deuteronomy, it say our women feet, hey, for delicacy, they feet would not touch the ground. Well, because they ain't in power no more under the men, now they ass gotta walk on their own. But in the kingdom, our women ain't gonna walk. You heathens gonna tote them around every day, all day. Like you said on Django, every day, all day. You're gonna be toting them around every day, all day, man. You might well get ready. Do some push-ups, pull-ups, some dips and squats. Get ready, man. Don't do the weights, because they just blow up. Do you some squats, push-ups, pull-ups, and dips. Get your shoulders ready because you're gonna be toting down women all day, every day. Again, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will lift up my hand to the Gentiles and set up my standard to the people, and they shall bring thy sons in their arms, and thy daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. And what else, Lord? And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. Who are these kings? The Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Oppenheimers, the DuPonts, the Gettys. It's a whole list of them. It's when you look up that globalist elite list, it's 60 families. Hold on. Let me tell you let me read to you who the kings is. Let me read it to you. Because when you pull it up on Google, they won't let you get it. But I got the app on my phone. I never let it go. Ruling families. It's a they done changed it up on my phone. Oh wow. No, here you go. Ruling families, Rothschilds. They got right here in parentheses, Bauer or Bauer family. Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Oppenheimers. It got Goldsmiths, Makata, Wahlberg. It got Cohen, Stern. The important names on here because there's 60 of them. They got Vanderbilt, DuPont, Sinclair. It got Disney, Collins, Freeman's, McDonald, Goodyear, Reynolds, Getty, Hearst, Saudi. It got Johnson, S.C. Johnson family, Kellogg, Pratt, Mars, Coach, Walton. Who control the Walmarts? They all in here. It's 60 families. Now they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. These in the black. The ones in the red is like 30 something. Because there's 60 of them in all. But they all here, man. These are the kings that's gonna be toting our kids, our daughters. It's saying kings shall be thy nursing fathers and their queens, because ain't no queens in Israel. We got princesses, but the heathens got queens. They call their women queens. And the kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face towards the earth. That's what you just said about the Sabians, right? And the Ethiopians in Isaiah 45:14, and lick up the dust off thy feet, which they ain't gonna literally be licking the dust off our feet. They're gonna be servants to us. Whatever we want them to do, they're gonna do it. And it's gonna be in righteousness. And thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. Right? Shall the prey be taken from the mighty, or the lawful captive delivered? But thus saith Yahweh, even the captives of the mighty shall be taken away, and the prey of the terrible shall be delivered. For I will contend with him that contended with thee, with us. That's Jeremiah 30:16. And I will save thy children. See? And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh. Remember, we had to eat our kids in Deuteronomy 28. Remember the besiege in 2 Kings when the two women bore the one son? It tell you that Lamentations 4. It said the same is the precept to 2 Kings 6:24-26 is in Lamentations 4. Was it 4 and 10? It said, well, let me read it. Let me read it from the phone. Let's read it. Lamentation. You people want about Gentiles and heathen, get ready to build up the kingdom. That's what you need to do. And go find your chain. Lamentations 4 and 10. The hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. This talking about 2 Kings 6. They had me to prove it. Let's go to it. That's the precept for 2 Kings 6. Let's read the point. 2 Kings 6 and verse. Let me read 24. And it came to pass after this that Benhadad, king of Syria, an Edomite, gathered all his hosts and went up and besieged Samaria. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help me, Lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor or out of the winepress? He was doing bad too. How he gonna help? And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, Give thy son, that we may eat him. And she had hid her son. So here's the precept again, Lamentation 4:9. You Edomites finna do this. All you heathens gonna do this. It tell you in 2nd Ezra 15. It talks about woe to thee, Asia, that made thyself like to Babylon. When you keep reading that chapter, it say because the Chinese got bunkers. All the elites of all these countries, they all got bunkers, and they gonna be eating it. What is it? They gonna drink their own blood for thirst of water, man. For thirst of drink. It's a Lamentation 4:10. The hand of the pitiful women have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. This is the precept of 2 Kings, man. So going back to this, the Lord said, all you heathens, so-called white man, so-called Chinese man, so-called Japanese man, so-called Africans, you so-called Asians, all of you, man, you so-called Arabs, all of you, and I will feed them, Isaiah 49:26, and I will feed them that oppress thee. This is a buzzword here, oppressed. And I don't care what none of you people say, there is not one nation on the planet Earth that had yokes of iron on their neck outside of the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. When Hitler had them people over there, they didn't have no yokes of iron on their neck, man. Stop playing with us, man. Stop it. They ain't had yokes of iron on their neck. Somebody explained Deuteronomy 28:48 when the Lord said that your enemy go put yokes of iron on your neck. What nation of people on the planet had yokes of iron on their neck? Don't worry, I'll wait. Outside of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians, put it on the comment board if a white man had yokes on his neck. If a Chinese man or a Japanese man or African man had yokes on their neck, show me the history. Where is it? Because it ain't there, man. Show me an Arab had yokes on his neck. Don't worry, I'll wait. And I will feed them that oppress thee with their own flesh. We had to eat our own kids. Yep. History, facts, real stories, real accounts that happened. And they shall be drunken with their own blood. That's 2 Ezra 15. As with sweet wine, and all flesh shall know that I, Yahweh, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of who? Jacob. Ain't no Edom here. Ain't no Ishmael, Elam, Ham, Moab, Ammon, Bastard. It's the mighty one of Jacob. Hold on. I got a couple more. I ain't gonna make this too long. Isaiah 60. In these points, man. You people got to explain this. Isaiah 69. And it reads, Surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first. What are they going to do, Lord? To bring thy sons from far, their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of Yahweh, thy power, and to the Holy One of Israel, because he have glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. You're going to be a servant to the Most High Heavenly Father, his only begotten Son, King David, and the Israelites. You're going to be servants unto thee, for in my wrath I smote thee. That's the Jeremiah 30. The Lord said he became an enemy to Israel, and he wounded us with the wound of an enemy, man. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor I had mercy on thee. That's the Jeremiah 31. The Lord say, with his everlasting love, His loving kindness, he's drawing us back to him now. Isaiah 16:11. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night. That what, Lord? That men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles. Hold on. I just thought about a precept that I ain't even think about earlier. Hold on. Hold on. The Lord said, what? They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. It say the forces of the Gentiles. What does it say in Matthew 11:12? What did the so-called white man do to the Israelites, to Judah, Benjamin, and Levi? Huh? What did they do? Let me read it to you. I asked this nigga this the other week. Nigga came. I said, bro, I read to him. What does it mean when it say the kingdom of heaven suffered violence and the violent took it by force? What? What the Lord finna do to these heathens? We finna take that shit by force, man. You took us by force, bitch. Guess what? It's our turn. Matthew 11:12. And it reads, and from the days of John the Baptist unto now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violent took it by force. Who's the violent? Don't worry, I'll wait. Who is it? I asked this nigga that other week. He couldn't even answer it. He couldn't even answer it. This is, who is the violent? Let me prove it to you who the violent is. Who took, it said the kingdom of heaven. What's the kingdom of heaven? Didn't the Lord say that the kingdom of heaven is within you? Huh? The kingdom of heaven come not with observation. This is what the Messiah said. The kingdom of heaven come not with observation, but the kingdom of heaven is within you, man. The kingdom of heaven is the Hebrew Israelites, man. It said the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violence took it by force. Who took Jerusalem in 70 AD? Huh? Don't worry, we'll wait. Who took Jerusalem during the Greek Empire? Don't worry, we'll wait. Who did it? Psalms. Let me tell you who did it. It said the violent took it by force. Well, let's find out who the violent is. This is Psalms. Psalms 140:1. Deliver me, O Yahweh, from the evil man. Who? Preserve me from the violent man, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war. Who is this? Keep me. It say they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. That's their laws, their statutes, their policies, right? Through Isaiah 24:5, they transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. It say who they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. This is them with their penal codes, their statutes. Adder's poison is under their lips. Keep me, O Yahweh, from the hands of the wicked, the so-called white man. Preserve me from the violent man who have proposed to overthrow my goings. Yeah, they took the kingdom by force. Who? The violent man. Huh? Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. I just read it to you, Revelations 2. It said we shall beat them like a vessel is broken to shivers. We're going to beat them with the rod of iron, man. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yet those nations shall be utterly wasted. Huh? What? Is this the Lord speaking? Thus saith the Lord. Yeah, the glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together to beautify the place of my sanctuary. Because don't nothing grow over there right now. They got to plant trees over there. Well, when the Israelites go home, they're going to grow on their own because the land is going to be rejuvenated. And I will make the place of my feet glorious. The sons also of them that what, Lord? That afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet.
and they shall call thee the city of Yahweh, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. What are they talking about? Hold on. Isaiah 61. Just got a couple. Just a couple. Verse 4. Let's start at 1. The Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because Yahweh have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He have sent me. He has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives. Who's captives? Who's captives? The Chinese and Japanese ain't never been captives. The so-called white man ain't never been captives. Huh? The so-called white man ain't never been captives. Never, ever. And the opening of the prison to them that are bound. Hey, as the head brother Nahoy always say, the Lord made the world our prison, but America, Babylon the Great, is maximum security, man. This is our prison, man. To proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion. Go read Joel, what is that? Joel 2 and 31. Talking about Israelites, man. Zion. To give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joyful mourning, the garments of praise for the spirit of heaviness. But the Lord took our garments. That's what happened to Adam. That's what happened with Adam, man. The Lord took their garments, man. That's why I say in Isaiah 30, they have taken the covering, but not of my spirit, man. We have Isaiah 20, Deuteronomy 28 and 48. We had to go to the end for the one of all things. So we ain't have no covering, man. But now we do. Anthony Fauci came on the fucking TV and said, you African Americans, you Latinos and Native Americans, you need to drink the Capri Sun, take the Jabberwocky because you are vulnerable. Vulnerable means you don't have no defense. You unguarded, unsafe, unshielded, unprotected. Well, we do have a covering. The Lord has reactivated the hopeful elect, that they may be called trees of righteousness. That's the Psalms 1. The planting of Yahweh, that he may be glorified. And they shall build the old wastes, Jerusalem, Israel, after the fire is put out. They shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolation of many generations. We ain't gonna do it. Who gonna build a kingdom up, Lord? And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. What? What? But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. That's in the law. We're gonna be priests. Lord willing, we endure to the end and make it. Hey, we ain't doing no work. Priests don't get dirty. In Exodus 19, let's precept that. Exodus 19 and 6. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto who, Lord? The children of Israel, the sons of Israel. Because women can't be priests. This word children here means sons in the Hebrew, man. Bun. Yeah. Yeah. But ye shall be named priests of Yahweh. Men shall call you the ministers of our power. The 144,000 men. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles. I thought we all gonna be equal though, vocab. How the Gentiles is gonna be equal with the Israelites, and we're gonna eat the riches of the Gentiles. You slow belly. And in their glory. What? And in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. They boasting on us in that glory right now, right? We're going to do the same thing. What? For your shame, ye shall have double. And for your confusion, who brought confusion to the earth? The so called white man. That's what Babylon means, confusion. And for confusion, they shall rejoice in their portion. Therefore, in their land, they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. Yeah. For I, Yahweh, love judgment. I hate robbery for burnt offerings, and I will direct their work in truth, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them, and their seed shall be known among the Gentiles, and their offsprings among the people. All that see them shall acknowledge them, just like Deuteronomy 4, that they are the seed which the Lord have blessed. Hold on, because when you go to Ezekiel 39, right? You can't escape this, man. You can't escape this, man. Hey, let's read this. This is Ezekiel 39. you heathen going back and forth about the Gentiles and oh yeah, they that sold that's the soldier, the stranger that sold in your land. You people don't have no understanding. Get ready for slavery, boys, women, you Edomites, all you heathens, get ready. What about this? What about this right here? Ezekiel 39. I'm gonna start at 7. Listen to this. So when I make my holy name known in the midst of all my people, when Salakia, so when I make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel, this is the Lord finna magnify his name in the earth again, man. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. So when I make my holy name known in the midst of my people Israel, that's happening now. Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua. And I will not let them pollute my holy name anymore. So you got the hopeful elect standing in great boldness, telling the people the names of the Lord ain't Yahshua, Yeshua, Yeshaya, Ahiah, Yahweh, God, Jehovah, Yah, Jesus. None of that. Because the whole fleck tell you what the name of the Lord is. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua. And I will not let them pollute my holy name anymore. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, it is come and it is done, saith Yahweh power. This is the day whereof I have spoken. He said he's going to make his name known in the midst of my people Israel. Heathens ain't there. And they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth and shall set on fire and burn the weapons. They ain't burning weapons now. What are they doing? They using them. Ain't gonna be no weapons in the land. Here's the proof. And they that dwell in the cities of Israel shall go forth and shall set on fire and burn the weapons, both the shields and the bucklers, the bows and the arrows, the missiles, right? Any arsenal, tanks, guns, whatever, landmines, napalms, rocket launchers, and the handstays and the spears, and they shall burn them with fire 7 years. 7 is completion, so that they shall take no wood out of the field, neither cut down any out of the forest, but they shall burn the weapons with fire, and they shall spoil those that spoil them, and rob those that rob them. Saith Yahweh power. Who spoiled us and robbed us? Starting the so-called white man. Verse 11. I ain't done. And it shall come to pass in that day that I will give unto Gog a place of their graves in Israel, the valley of passengers on the east of the sea, and it shall stop the noses of the passengers because of the smell, man. It's gonna be that many bodies over there, and there shall they bury Gog, because the Lord gonna use the Russians to destroy everything, and then they gonna be destroyed, and all his multitude, and they shall call it the valley of Hamagog, right? And 7 months shall what, Lord? Shall the house of Israel be burying of them, that they may cleanse the land. Hold on, watch this. Yeah, all the people of the land shall bury them. You think we're gonna be doing it? Hell no. And it shall be to them a renown the day that I shall be glorified, saith Yahweh power. We ain't burying nothing. We gonna be priests in our royal garments. So lucky, and they ain't getting dirty for you nasty heathens. Don't even come around me. It say verse 14, and they who Israel shall sever out men of continual employment. Continual, Lord? What's continual? Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. And they shall serve out men of continual employment, passing through the land and bury the passengers, those that remain upon the face of the earth, to cleanse it after the end of 7 months shall they search. So guess what? All you heathens, I got one more. All you heathens they're talking trash about the Gentiles and the Israelites, the strangers, the soldiers, that stranger soldier in your land. Guess what? Get ready, man. Amos 9. we finna serve out continual employment. Buzzword, continual employment, man. Get ready, man. Amos 9 to 13. Didn't it say they shall be our vine men and our plowmen and vine dressers? Yes, it did. This is Amos 9:13. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that what, Lord? The plowman shall overtake the reaper. Who is the reaper? The so-called white man. Who is the plowman? Negro, Latino, Native American, West Indians, and Haitians. And the treader of grapes, him that soweth seed. And the mountains shall drop sweet wine, and all the hills shall melt. And I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel, and they shall build away cities and inhabit them, and they shall plant vineyards and drink the wine. Therefore, they shall also make gardens and eat the fruit of them. And I will plant them upon their land, and they shall no more be pulled out of their land, which I have given them, said Yahweh, Lord, thy power. What you talking about? Closing precept. Jeremiah 30 and 16. Let me show you how cold this chapter is right here. This is how cold the Lord is, right? I'm talking about poetic. Now, in Jeremiah 30, you got to read up. I'm read down to 16. Listen to this, because you people think this is a game. Jeremiah 30, 10. Therefore, fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from where, Lord? From afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. South Central North America, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Yeah, Jamaica, Haiti, Trinidad, all the islands, Barbados, Peru, Cuba, Colombia, everywhere, Europe, England, everywhere, man. Therefore, fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith Yahweh, neither be dismayed, O Israel, for lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return, and shall be in rest, and be quiet, and none shall make him afraid. And we ain't afraid of you bastards now. For I will, the Lord say, for I am with thee, saith the Lord, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all the nations, whether I have scattered thee. What, Lord? For I am with thee, Jeremiah 30 and 11, saith Yahweh, to save thee. Though I make a full end of all nations, whether I have scattered thee. Hold on, somebody lying. The Lord said he's going to make a full end of them on this end. Because on the Israelites going into the chariots. So that means everybody else going to be destroyed. He's going to make a full end of your power, your dominance in the earth. Huh? Yet will I not make a full end of thee, but I will correct thee in measure. In Ecclesiastes 17 and 18, the Lord say that he nourished us with discipline. That's the whole fillet, putting them through trial, tribulations, adversity, and afflictions. So he said, but I will correct thee in measure and will not leave thee altogether unpunished. So the Lord had to punish us. We were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth for a punishment. For thus saith the Lord, thy bruise is incurable, and thy wound is grievous. There is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up, thou hast no healing medicines. So though you made it to Hollywood, Michael Jordan, LeBron James Harden, Kevin Durant. Though they made it to Hollywood, there is none to plead thy cause, that thou mayest be bound up, thou hast no healing medicines. You can't heal yourself. Because the minute one of these you Jakes make it to Hollywood playing sports or a movie actor, the minute you get hurt, you through. Especially playing sports. If you get hurt, you through. You through. We can't heal ourselves. Money ain't gonna heal us, man. The Lord say, verse 14, all thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy. That's in Judges 2. I like to read Judges 2 and 14. The Lord said he was high with Israel and he sold us to the enemies, man. So when the Lord said in the song in Isaiah 55, you shall be redeemed without money. That goes to the precept in Deuteronomy 28 and 68 when it say, no man shall buy you. We can't be bought with money, man. We was already bought with Yahweh Shai's blood, man. The point is, the thing is, who he died for the whole nation of Israel, but who's gonna get the salvation on this side? That's the thing. Yahweh shall die for the whole nation of Israel, but are you one of them that he would be considered? He died for you. What are you doing? Because you got niggas at the time you don't gotta do no works. You don't gotta go out and teach. You can just sit back and then you got a nigga saying this nigga Maurice Price, he out there fucking with us, but then he said it ain't about works. Then why you out here in the streets? Why you fucking with us, Maurice Price, if it ain't about works, bitch? They ain't making it add up, man. All thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. For I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, with the chastisement of a cruel one, for the multitude of thine iniquities, because thy sins were increased. Why criest thou for thine affliction? We can't. Ain't no room for it. That's what I said, Lamentation 3. Why do a man complain for his own iniquity? Why criest thou for thine affliction? Thy sorrow is incurable for the multitude of thine iniquities, because thy sins were increased. I have done these things unto thee. That's what the Lord said, Jeremiah 30 and 15. So he said, because what we went through, the heathens got to do what they want to do. So he said, verse 16, therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity. So here come the curses now. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. For I will restore health unto thee. I will heal thee of thy wounds. See, we shall be redeemed without money. We can't heal ourselves. No matter how much money you make, how much money so-called white man bless you with, because your talent, you are so good at your talent. We is filled with wounds and bruises and putrefying sores, as it say in Isaiah 1 and 6. We can't save ourselves. For I will restore health unto thee, and I will heal thee of thy wounds, saith Yahweh. Why? Because they call thee an outcast, saying, this is Zion, whom no man seeketh after. They go back to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. You shall be redeemed without money. No man can buy you. The Lord got to get us. We got to wait patiently on the Lord. I got to read this one too. This is Jeremiah. I got to get this. This is Jeremiah 33. Look at this one. I love this. Is my favorite one right here. Jeremiah 31 and 1. At the same time, saith Yahweh, will I be the God of all the families, Lord, of all the families of Israel, and they shall be my people. Thus saith Yahweh, the people which were left of the sword found grace in the wilderness, even Israel, when I went to cause them to rest. Yahweh have appeared to me, have appeared of old unto me, saying, yeah, I have loved thee with the everlasting love. Therefore, with loving kindness have I drawn thee. So the Lord has drawn us. So I want this doing 33. This is Jeremiah 33. He just finna pay, man. Y'all can go back and forth by Gentiles and a soldier and a stranger sojourning in your land. Listen, y'all asked me to go into slavery, man. You finna work, boys. Jeremiah 33 and verse 6. Behold, I will bring it. What, Lord? Health and cure. And I will cure them and will reveal unto them the abundance of peace and truth. And I will cause the captivity of Judah and the captivity of Israel to return. And I will build them, what, Lord? As at the first. Come on, man. Hey, so Lord willing is edifying. Got to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elder bishops and elders of Great Millstone, rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not, and the sincere salutation to all the. I was just thinking about that precept. I gotta read that. Again, all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rikah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elder bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether accepted or not. I was just thinking about this. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and believing this truth with the full winds of the earth, the entire world shed light to the whole elect. Shalom to the Akwath who are listening, learning. If you sisters are listening, learn throughout tuning in. May Yahweh Shema Shah continue bless you in your houses. May the blessing of election be upon your houses. Hey, the water for the precepts. Hey, Salak, if I ain't get to read all of them, or most of them, or some of them, but I had these precepts locked in, but I gotta read. That's the spirit, bro. I was just thinking about reading this. What spirit told me to go grab this before I close, and I was just finna get it. This is Beyond Yasharala. Hey, Shalom to all you Akim Outwaf. Hey, Shalom, Yahba Shemal Shak Rakatham, Ahabathum, which is love y'all, man. All you sincere Akim Outwaf, man. Ahabathum. This is Beyond Yasharala, Isaiah 43 and 5. Fear not, for I am with thee. I will bring thy seed from the east and gather thee from the west. I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far and my daughters from the ends of the earth. And Salaki, because I just thought about the other one too. This is verse 7. Even everyone that have called by even everyone that is called by my name, for I have created him for my glory. I have formed him. Yeah, I have made him. Oh, what was that other one in is it Jeremiah 30? Hold on. I gotta find this. I forget to read that Joel 3 too. I gotta read that too. Because it mentioned these devils. Let me get this first. Let me get this. Jeremiah. Let me see if it's 30. I think it is. It mentions no, it ain't 30. So it gotta be 31. It talks about uh the woman with sucking. He's gonna say those with sucking child, those with child, and those that's pregnant. Where is it? Is it 32? Maybe 32. Or is it 33? I know it's one of them. I forget how it's worded, man. Oh man. Spirit told me to get this too. Uh I forget where it said. So he gonna save them from far those that's coming with child. The women gonna be pregnant and those that's gonna have children. If one of you brothers know where it's at, what I'm looking for, put it on the comment board. I'm trying to find it here. I want to get that. I'm gonna get the one in Joel and I'm gonna close. I know I can't find. I'm looking over it. I know I am. But it talks about those the Lord gonna save those that's pregnant and those that got kids. But it's worded. It said those with sucking. Uh, I don't want to stay too long. I don't worry about it. I don't know where it's at right off. So let me get this Joel. I can't find it, man. Let me get this Joel because that's another one of the precepts I want to bring out too. It's Joel 3 and 1. I probably find it. Let me see if I can type this in. I can't think of where it's at, man. Hold on here. Yep, that's it. The water, bro. Yep, the water, the water. I was just in Jeremiah 31 too. I was looking over it, moving too fast because I hate to keep brothers and sisters waiting, man. That's it. The water. I got it highlighted too. I just moving too fast. This is the do of thy youth, Jeremiah 31 and 8. Behold, I will bring them from the north. I was just looking at it too. It's crazy. Behold, I will bring them from the north country. And this is what I wanted because it said the north country. and gather them from the coast of the earth, which is in Isaiah 11. And with them the blind and the lame, the woman with child, and her that travaileth with child, means she's pregnant. Together, a great company shall return thither. The water up. That's what I wanted. The water, bro. Kalaya Bashamam Shah, man. So this is Jeremiah 3 and 1. It said the nations will be judged. The nations will be judged. How everybody gonna get salvation if the Lord gonna judge the nations, man? You people don't make no sense, man. But it's okay. It's okay. The Lord said must be heresies among us. That's cool. See, this is the Lord's move. We can't get upset with vocab and none of these slow bellies, man. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations. What are you gonna do to them, Lord? And will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel. That's in Isaiah 54 and 17. This is a heritage of servants, man, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. This is why Amos 9 and 9, the Lord say he got to sift Israel from all nations. Because the so-called white man then scattered us throughout the four corners of the earth through the transatlantic slave trade and the sub-Saharan slave trade, man. Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Who's in the land of Israel right now? The so-called white man, the so-called Arabs, and you got the so-called Iranians over there. Elam, Ishmael, and Edom. That's who in our land right now. Edom, Ishmael, and Elam, man. They have parted my land. Who this talking about, man? Don't worry, I'll wait. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon? If you go to Genesis 10, Zidon is a son of Canaan. Let me read it to you. I'm gonna get it from the phone. Gotta read this. Deuteronomy. It's like Genesis 10. It reads, and the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim, and put in Canaan. Right? Now here are the sons of Canaan. And Canaan begot Zidon, his firstborn, and Heth. So Zidon, right here, is a son of Canaan. You bastards gotta pay. And all the coast of Palestine. This is who King David had to fight, man. Yeah, this word Palestine go back to Philistine, Philistia, the Philistines, man, them Hamites, man. Goliath and them who King David fought, man. Yeah, will ye render me a recompense? Because it was them that put their hands on us and sold it to the so-called white man for muzzle-loading guns, cheap rum, and wine. If you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? What do they do? Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem had you sold unto the Grecians. Who was in Jerusalem on the time of the Messiah? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem had you sold unto the Grecians. Who is this Grecian right here? The so-called white man. They call themselves Greeks, right? They said civilization started with the Greeks. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem had ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Who the Lord talking to right here? He talking to the Hamites. He talking to Zidon, the real Palestinians. But they ain't the real Palestinians, but those that was in that land. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whether you have sold them. See, we were sold. On what? It said they cast lots for us, man. But behold, I will raise them out of the place whether you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabines, to a people far off. We were so far off, right? So the Lord finna do you the same way, you bastards. For Yahweh have spoken it. That's it, man. Yeah, you sold us far off. You sold us to a nation that carried us far away. We gonna do your families the same way how y'all broke up homes, y'all broke up whole families, man. You sold the father to one plantation, the wife, and they had kids. You split the kids up. You ain't send the kids to the same plantation. You split them up, man. But the Lord said in the curse in Deuteronomy 28 that we our life shall hang in doubt before thy eyes, and we shall have no assurance of life. Can you imagine a woman on the plantation thinking about what her husband at and her kids? The kids at the plantation thinking about where they mom and daddy at, man. You white people split us up, man. You got to pay for that. And it's going to be done in righteousness. And oh boy, is we waiting patiently. The Lord say in Revelation 13 and 10, he that lead into captivity shall go to captivity. And he that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And we waiting patiently. Because the saints is on the Israelites. You can't be a saint nor a Christian if you ain't a Hebrew Israelite. Anyway, the wife tuned in. May Yahweh Shema shall continue to bless you in your houses. May the blessing of Alexa be upon your houses. Till next time, I say Shalom, Wa Ba Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Shalak Rayim, Wa Nashim, Wa Badium, Wa Haragium, Wa Mashapayim, all call Adawamium, Wa Gawoyim, Wa Yah Yamna, Wa Bapasha, 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 Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah, the water, Shalom. Hey, the water for the precepts, man. The water.